Hello, everybody, and welcome back. My nickname is Fried, and it's so nice to have you on my channel today. And as you can see, I'm your age or around your age. Um, I am over 60. I was born in 1960, as a matter of fact. So I kind of know what a lot of you guys are going through because I'm going through some of the same stuff myself. And I do apologize for the glare on my glasses. Um, I am taping this in the middle of the afternoon, but it's been raining outside, so I don't have the natural sunlight. Even though I am sitting by a window, it's there's no sun. It's like, rainy, cloudy. So I do apologize. I have to. My overhead light doesn't work, so I'm using a lamp, and I see it's reflecting in my glasses. And yes, these are reading glasses. I do have to apply for, what is that equivalent? The Medicare this year. In fact, this month I have to apply for Medicare. So then I'll get my eyes rechecked again, and hopefully they'll be able to just say, oh, we can do surgery. And I'll be like, yay, I won't have to wear glasses anymore and I can see because my vision's been getting worse. So anyways, we're going to stop that. So today, what we're going to talk about is how you can never forget a name again. This can be some easy memory tricks for us people. Okay, so we're going to be tackling this for, we've all experienced it, forgetting someone's name. I still have to work because I don't have retirement except for Social Security, because those years just snuck up on me so quick. So I'm kind of like, yeah, yikes. Okay, so I wish I could retire, but I can't. And I've never been married, so I'm kind of like stuck there too. So anyways, so we are tackling this on forgetting someone's name. And like I said, I'm at work and I always forget somebody's name. So it's like, wow, okay, I forgot their name. So I have some techniques that I have used that is very effective for me. It's like, there was this one person at work, and he was like so strong. I started like that when I first saw what he did. Um, I was like, oh my gosh, you're like Goliath, you're like Samson, So I started calling him Samson. Now his name was Anthony, and I was trying to, every time I'd see him or, people would talk about him, I would say, oh, you mean Samson? Yeah, that guy is a beast. He can like crush anything. So then um, I was trying to think, how can I remember this guy's name? So then I started like word association with something that I could remember. So his name was Anthony. I also love history. So one name that popped into my head was Anthony, Mark Anthony. So I started like thinking, okay, Mark Anthony, you know, I mean, I don't know how strong Mark Anthony was, but like I said, I love history. I love ancient Rome. So that kind of fit, Julius Caesar, Mark Anthony. So I started just thinking Mark Anthony. So then when I would see him, I would go, what was that name I was thinking of? You know, it took a couple of times, and then I would start Anthony, Mark Anthony. So that's how I started remembering his name, was just simply by that. So that's one trick that a lot of people can use. So it's not, it is a little bit embarrassing, especially when other people remember your name and you're like, oh my God, how can they just remember my name after the first time they met me? Okay, so we all have that happen to us. Sometimes those names just slip away. So here's some simple and effective ways that maybe you can improve your memory. And we're going to go into some tips on how maybe this can help you out. Um, First, one could try to understand why this happens, because as we age, our brains naturally undergo some kind of changes. It's not about losing your memory entirely, but more about how quickly we process and retrieve information. And it's according to the AMA, things like stress, lack of sleep, which we'll cover that in another video, and certain medications can affect your memory. But they're also our brains are also adaptable. So we can strengthen our memory with a few simple strategies. And so the power of association, like I just told you, Mark Anthony. Um, so it's when you meet somebody new, you don't just hear their name, really listen. This creates a mental association. Um, if you, example, if you meet Mr. Baker, picture him holding a loaf of bread. I'm using, I know it's like, you're not going to meet somebody called Mr. Baker. It's usually using the first names. But, so let's say you meet somebody named Margaret. Um, and Margaret with a bright smile. And you just focus on the smile and say her name to yourself a few times. Margaret, Margaret with a bright smile. Okay, so you're doing that association, vivid and memorable by doing that. And the visual ones, now this one is for people that can make sense to you. You say the name aloud, you visualize it, and even try to connect it to something you already know about the person. I haven't tried that, so it could be something that you could use. It's something that's easy to try to do. So that's a good one too. And repetition. Now, we have all heard this growing up when we were learning things. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Um, so it's repetition is crucial. It was crucial in our learning, which we know about. Okay, people don't do it today. They'll learn. Okay, so repetition is so crucial. But it's not just saying the name over and over in the first moment. Um, Use it in spaced intervals. Um, this means revisiting the names at intervals. So after you meet somebody, you say their name to yourself a few minutes later, and then again about an hour later, and then again the next day. This helps move the information from short-term to long-term memory. So if you didn't know about that, that's another thing. So then we could also, so I guess what that means is like, so let's say that you're talking to them, you guys are all in conversation, right? So you're holding conversation, and you get introduced to Margaret, and you don't say, you could like say, hi, nice to meet you, Margaret. Okay, so then you're talking about 20 minutes later, you can say, oh, Margaret, what was that you said again? That's what we're talking about. Doing it that way so that, and you're looking at them. That's another thing, another key thing I think too, is look at them when you're talking to them. Look at their face, because you also want to associate, this is a visual thing, associate their name to the face. Okay, so that's another good way to do that visualization, is by using their name, looking at their face, and saying their name at the same time. So that is another good way to remember somebody's name. And I know that it might seem obvious, but a lot of times I forget to do that. It's the same thing. um, but that way, you want to give the person your full attention. So no phone, make your eye contact, and focus on what they're saying. Distractions are our memory's worst enemy. It also, the AMA also stresses the importance of good listening skills as a vital part of memory. So, and that, think about it, that makes sense, doesn't it? So if you're in a noisy place, like you're in a coffee shop or whatever, and it's really noisy in there, try to find a quieter spot to talk. Especially if you are in a group, like you went to like a tea party or whatever. whatever, I don't know, a tea party, whatever. You want to like be someplace with like not all these other distractions going on, and remember the eye contact. Remember the keep in contact with their face, not just eyes, because you want to see their face too. So just want to concentrate on the eyes, and remember to say their name again, at intervals through the conversation. So you're visualizing their face with their name. And that's another thing to do. And that a healthy lifestyle also supports a healthy memory. So if you get enough sleep, you eat healthy. Well, for me, eating healthy is whatever I want to eat. This may change later on, but right now it's eat whatever I want to eat. All right, so staying physical and mentally active. And I will be adding things like some quizzes to my channel here to help people. And it'd be like quizzes from all kinds of different things. Maybe sports quizzes for my sports fans, history quizzes for my history fans, who knows. But there'll be, I'll have some quizzes here too. So to recap, we need to have the association, the space retrieval of the names, and giving your full attention. And just with a little practice of doing this, you'll start remembering things like a pro. It will be like second nature to you just doing that. So you can try these techniques. I can't say try these techniques. Well, try them this week. If you meet somebody new, try them. And then let me know how it works for you. But you also have to remember this is something that may not happen like overnight, but you might say like, oh man, I remember his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Okay, which is good. Then all you have to do is, it's working, and just keep doing it. So, and I do want to also let you guys know, I've seen so many of people doing that. I know you're probably surprised that, hey, you're a real person. Yes, I am. I know there's so many people who do the what they call faceless, where they use AI models. They are not really doing their faceless channels, or they don't do these actual videos. I plan on continuing doing these actual videos myself and not using AI. There might be some music, may not be some music, but it's me. So we'll just do it that. So I want to thank everybody for watching today. I want to say, we're at the kitchen table here. We're all friends. So we're at the kitchen table. You bring your coffee, bring your mai chai, bring whatever you want to the kitchen table. We're all here just sitting down having a chat. Okay, so please remember to like my video if you like it, to subscribe. I know this is my first one, and I thank everybody who did decide to take the time to watch this video. And again, this is a video about learning how to remember names, and I hope everybody liked it, and I will see you at the kitchen table again. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.